Hello, my name is Aaron Servin, and this is OE blog number 4. Today's topic is aggression in the workplace. 2 years ago, I used to work at Panda Express, and there was no drive-through, and there was only dine-in in the middle of a very, very busy shopping mall. And we did take Uber Eats orders, Postmates, and Grubhub. And our assistant manager conducted he modeled to us kind of a hierarchy of importance of the consumer. Basically, the guest was more important than the online order or than the Uber Eats order. And so, since at Panda Express everything was so fast, and it was so busy, there was a lot of people. I feel as if he was saving his customer service skills for the guests rather than the Uber Eats people, because they were more like a middleman. Therefore, he kind of conducted a bullying behavior towards the Uber Eats people. He would ignore their concerns. He would ignore their questions. He would leave them for last. And it became a very, 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 very strong pattern. And the frequency was high. The duration was for the whole shift. It was an evolving process, just like Dr. Ingram was mentioned it in the bullying process. And I feel like it was due to overcrowding and the noisiness, and it's just the overall environment that place had. Since there was no drive-through, there was a lot of people dining in, there was a lot of people shopping, there was a lot of people in line for Panda, there was a lot of people waiting to be seated, there was a lot of people in line for the online orders and the Uber Eats. And so, just like the Cahoon study, the rat study, when they added a rat, every single time another person would come in, it would just get noisier and noisier and noisier, and we were just working quicker and quicker. Therefore, the stress levels came up. So every time something would go wrong, it would kind of mess up the rhythm. Therefore, one day, one of the Uber Eats drivers was not having the attitude of my assistant manager. He was not having it, and he threw the food on the ground because my assistant manager ignored him the whole time. And as soon as he gave him his food, which was like 30 minutes after the scheduled time, the Uber Eats driver threw the food to the ground and started yelling. And the situation got out of hand because my assistant manager, he got very defensive. Excuse me. And after that, we had to document exactly what happened. We needed to come to a solution. So our general manager asked all of us what happened. And we just basically told them everything that had happened. And therefore, Panda Express my manager took it to corporate, and then Panda gave us like a module that we have to learn different social skills that we weren't taught before. And we basically had to learn to communicate better, because it was all misunderstanding that we all were under the impression that the guest was more important than the Uber Eats or the online orders or the Grubhub. And therefore, we treated them differently. We had to treat them differently. We had to treat them with the same importance as a guest. Therefore, we just had to learn to communicate. When a guest would come in, we're doing an Uber Eats order. Hello, sir. Welcome to Pan Express. I'll be right with you. I'm taking this order right now for Uber Eats. Can I get you started with a sample for the meanwhile? Multitasking kind of doing. And when it got super busy, we would just have another person just worrying about the Uber Eats, and then another person just worrying about the guests. But it did come to a solution. The Uber Eats driver did act with retaliation due to the disrespect that he was receiving from the assistant manager. He was a regular Uber Eats driver, so he's kind of been there for the patterns of the disrespect. Therefore, he acted in retaliation, and that's what happened. Thank you.